Need to be more considerate. People need to consider the fact that she lost her son. Nolan is no longer alive. With all these rumors and allegations coming out, we don't know what to believe about the case. People don't even believe that Nolan passed away. That's how bad the rumors are. Now there's reports about Nolan's mother working on a documentary for Netflix. But to be honest with y'all, I don't think Nolan would mind. His mama got to eat. She got other mouths to feed. If that's what she's trying to do to put food on their table, then that's what she got to do. And a lot of people going to want to see the documentary. It's taking forever for them to get to the bottom of this. And they're claiming the reason why that is because they want to drag this thing on out, just like an insurance claim. You get hit by a car or something, your best bet is to be hurt. Go to the doctor for as long as possible. Get all the medical records you can get. And then that's when you go in for the lawsuit. So his mother is allegedly getting all her ducks in a row. So when this documentary come out, she'll be sitting on the court of Billy. Listen at this, y'all. Hold on, wait a minute, Reggie. Stop all that. Wait a minute. Put the music on. I know you ain't got this shit bootleg, man. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. While I slap the shit out of my producer. We've been having technical difficulties ever since we've been talking about Nolan Wells. I'm starting to think this whole situation may be haunted because nothing goes right when you talking about Nolan Wells, unless you letting the world know all these allegations and speculations about his mama and people spreading rumors about this documentary. Don't blame me. Blame this sucker right here, man, because he the one that started the rumors. Listen at this.
The years of record requests, the interviews with people who had nothing to gain, the willingness to publish an answer her own audience didn't want.
Mm-hmm.
She studied, I'm talking about Wells Wansley, the Duvernay model instead. Decide the villain first, build backward from there. Let the platform's algorithm do the rest. The following, the deal, the green light sitting at the end of a story stretched exactly long enough to earn one. That's the model Ocean Springs, Mississippi watched her build in real time because they knew this family before a single hashtag existed, and they've watched the story escalate on a schedule that has nothing to do with what actually happened to her son.
Oh no, that's bad, man. They're trying to make it seem like Nolan's mother been planning this thing out and she about to capitalize on the fact that her son is dead. That's messed up. The whole town know who she is, and the rumor is Nolan didn't even live with his mother. He was living any and everywhere. He was basically a runaway, and she'll show up when he had a good game to get the praises and let everybody know this my son, clout chasing or whatever. According to people out there talking, man, y'all need to see this. Because when I heard it, I ain't want to believe it, but wherever there's smoke, there's fire. And a lot of people have been saying the same thing about Nolan mama. Listen at this.
Nolan Wells' mother didn't tell the truth. On that talk show, she didn't tell the truth. She said that she didn't know Nolan Wells' friends, nor their parents, and that none of their parents reached out to her. And that's not true. There's a text message. I'm going to insert it in this video. Why would she lie about that? She said she didn't know the parents. She didn't know any of the parents. None of them reached out to her. So then you mean to tell me you were letting your son sleep at friends' houses that you didn't know the friends or the family or you didn't know any, you just letting your kid just sleep anywhere? And why did Nolan Wells' family hire a civil rights attorney when they found out what happened on Horn Island instead of a criminal defense attorney if they thought something shady happened? Like some type of crime was committed? Why didn't they just hire a criminal defense attorney? Why did they call Ben Crump? And why did...
Because they wanted to turn it into a Hollywood production, allegedly. That's the narrative that's going on out here. Now she's being investigated by her job because they don't know who they hired. Her actions, her behavior, how she moving out here is real shady. And if she really about to go ahead with this documentary about Nolan's life, everybody gonna be lined up to watch it. It's gonna generate a lot of revenue, but now you gotta question, her integrity. What is this really all about? Is this about money or is this about justice? Because if it's about money, just keep the GoFundMe up there. Tyler Perry already paid for the funeral. Colin Kaepernick paid for the autopsy. So they didn't lose any money after his passing. But it's looking like they got a whole lot of money to gain if these allegations are true. And I'm going to go ahead and say, I don't know what to say. We just got to wait and see, but they're definitely talking about it.
Here's where her version breaks from even the flawed shows built the honest way. Coney had a case that already existed, police files, a trial, a man already convicted before she started asking questions out loud. Riccardi and DeMoss had 2 decades of Manitowoc County misconduct on paper before they wrote a treatment. Carr had a mother's medical fraud documented across a decade of records before she called it a story. Wells Wansley has a drowning and an estate filing. She's building the case first and hoping the documents show up later to support it. Same as DuVernay building a docudrama and hoping nobody checks the transcript.
Hold on, wait. You mean to tell me that allegedly Nolan mama working on the documentary even though she don't know what the hell happened? If this is true, that means that the documentary is going to be all allegations, all speculations, he say, she say, on her son's life. Why would anybody want to take the risk and play games like that unless she clout chasing to the max? Rest in peace to Nolan Wells. And all you kids out there, it's safe to say, don't trust your mama if she a little shady. Now, I never met Nolan's mother or his father. Come to find out, that ain't even his daddy. Nolan wasn't living at home. Nolan was a rolling stone, in and out of people's houses, on people's boats. Ain't have a mother to tell him he couldn't go there or couldn't be around them people. Stay home, Nolan. Don't be around them people. The man that used to cut Nolan hair, he said Nolan mama ain't bring him up there to get a haircut. It was the lady that was watching Nolan while Nolan's mother was out there, I guess with her new husband, because that man ain't Nolan daddy. I hate to be doing all this gossiping, but I know when the documentary come out, and if Tyler Perry put his touch on it, it's gonna go platinum in the hood. And the narrative is gonna be so messed up, we'll probably never get no justice for Nolan. Lord have mercy. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this. I'm hurt. I'm torn. I ain't never heard nothing this sickening, this disgusting, this hurtful. He was a human being, y'all. Y'all making it seem like he one of the Super Mario Brothers. Playing with him, bigging him up. It's just wrong. And everybody grown. Y'all should know better, man. Reggie, cut the music. Whew, it's just hot up in here, man. Let's just get back into the show. I'm over here hurting. Y'all gotta listen at this, because when I heard this, I ain't know what to think about it. Listen.
The mother of Nolan Wells received an anonymous complaint at her job that she should be somehow disciplined, if not terminated, because she began publicly questioning what happened to her son and demanding answers to his death. They called her racist and that she should not be allowed to continue to work in the Mississippi Board of Nursing. So Christine Wells Wansley, because she had the, I won't even say audacity, she had the presence of mind to say, if my son left with 3 people, they come back, they have his phone, they have his parking keys, never call us and tell us that till we search. He comes up dead. They're white, he's black, in Mississippi. I just want answers. I'm not making accusations. She says, all I want is answers.
And that's all legit. She going about it the right way. That's what you're supposed to do. And what parent wouldn't want answers if their son come up dead? I'm starting to think with all these rumors, all this pressure, she probably feel like she can't win in the situation. She probably feel like everybody's against me and the people that's for me really don't have the power to do anything to solve this situation. So after a while, people say, hey, I might as well roll with the punches, because she definitely getting hit hard all on social media. Now these rumors about her putting out documentaries and whatever she do is going to be wrong. If she get online and do a TikTok or a post or a blog, people going to criticize that. If she just remains silent, then she's hiding something. So I feel for his mother, man. And all y'all should feel for her too. This been going on. It been a month. It feel like it been going on for years. And I don't know how much longer this is going to go on. But if she put out the documentary, that might be all the public is really going to get out of this, because they solved the case. They're ruling it as a drowning. Nobody's going to jail. It's still lingering in the news for entertainment purposes, but this case is good as solved. People waiting for the next body to drop. And that's the sickest part about all of this, man. People excited about that documentary, bored. It ain't a movie worth seeing. I seen some earlier today. We're going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about this first, because it's a lot more news that we got to get into, a lot more that I want to investigate. So if y'all don't mind, hit that like button, and we're about to get into this. Listen at this.
First, I want to give all thanks and honor and glory to God for choosing Elmore and me to be Nolan's parents. We thank you, Lord, for the beautiful 18 years that you blessed us with him.
Man, she reading it off the phone, man. You supposed to be able to say that from the heart. You don't got to read that off no phone. Tell it from the gut. Or don't say nothing if you ain't really got nothing to say, man. Her and her husband, they must have sat down and wrote that together. I get it, you need a little help or whatever the case is, but like I said, if you ain't got nothing to say for real, then don't say nothing. Unless they gave her a script. And that's what got people thinking this is a Hollywood production all the way around. They hand you a script. They tell you to go along with the prompts. And if you're willing to do it, then there's something going on here. There's some money involved, definitely. And hey, we all need money. Bills got to be paid. When they heard the amount, that's when they hopped on board, because they supposed to be at work. And I understand that's his funeral and everything, but they've been working before the funeral. So if Netflix calling, and they put them M's on the table for the Nolan. Hey, y'all need to see this real quick, man. I swear I ain't making this stuff up. Put that music on. No, put on some more music. Yeah, put that on. Y'all gotta see this, man. This ain't no celebratory video, but I need y'all to relax. Look. Cause they will make a documentary. Either it's Netflix, Hulu. Did y'all know they gave that boy Nature Boy a documentary? He one of the worst things in black culture. They did the documentary. I ain't got the stomach to watch it. For the people that did see it, let me know what y'all think about that Nature Boy documentary. He was a flat out freak. And y'all know he getting confiscated for this. Ain't no way you gonna use his image, his likeness, his name, and he in jail for life or whatever the case, but you just can't do that. This is on Hulu Disney. Got them looking all like they from the Lion King or something. It's sickening. Them zesty daddies telling their stories about what this man did to them and all that. So the Nolan documentary probably won't come out this month or next month. This took years to make. So we might get a Nolan documentary. It's going to be a documentary. I don't know if his mother is involved with it like they're saying, but best believe it's going to drop. We still waiting on that Shanquella documentary. That got to be in the works somewhere. They got enough to piece that thing together to at least make it theatrical. And that's all it boils down to. And this right here, what they got going on, or what they had going on at the funeral, is nothing but theatrics.
Thank you for the joy he brought not only to our family, but also to his friends and everyone in the community whose lives he touched. Nolan had such a gentle, calming spirit about him. He had a way of making people feel seen, welcome, and valued.
But why in the hell they televised this, man? That's what I'm tripping out about. Why they put it on TV? A funeral is supposed to be private. There's plenty of funerals to where they only want the family. If you ain't no kinfolk or no friend folk, you just can't come. And if you do come, they got a million questions of why the fuck you in here and you not getting no church's chicken. They put it on national TV. Ain't nobody know Nolan before the drowning. They make it seem like he was already a football star or something. Like he Nipsey Hussle or somebody. Now I know I'm going in on this man's mama. And a lot of y'all watching and thinking this is cringe. You're doing too much. For the views, really, brother, that's how you feel sometimes, but not this time. I'm just letting y'all know what's going on. That's my job, to give y'all the news, the latest and greatest, the possibilities, allegations and speculations, rumors, what's going on in the gossip mill. They talking about his mama bad. Nobody going in on the father. First of all, that's not his father. And the brother, he don't be saying much. He low key with it. He'll mumble a little something here and there. He a OG with it. Hope he ain't got no warrants or nothing. Ended up with Nolan's mama. I wonder how that happened. She got this big ass, tall ass football playing son. They probably couldn't stand each other. You ain't my dad. You ain't my fucking dad. I know I ain't your daddy. That's why you ain't got my last name. But your mama do, your brother do, your sister, everybody got my name but you, boy. Now get that football. Take your ass out. Let me see if I tackle your ass. Come on, Nolan. Come on. They probably took their aggression out on the football field. Are you talking like you a man? You a man, huh? Put that motherfucking football in your hand, boy. I'll show you. I'll fucking show you. That's probably how that went. You know, sound like it was a house divided, according to a lot of people out here talking. Listen.
Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum, Nolan Wells' mother didn't tell the truth. On that talk show, she didn't tell the truth. She said that she didn't know Nolan Wells' friends, nor their parents, and that none of their parents reached out to her. And that's not true. There's a text message. I'm going to insert it in this video. Why would she lie about that? She said she didn't know the parents. She didn't know any of the parents. None of them reached out to her. So then you mean to tell me you were letting your son sleep at friends' houses that you didn't know the friends or the family, or you didn't know any, you just letting your kid just sleep anywhere? And why did Nolan Wells' family hire a civil rights attorney when they found out what happened on Horn Island instead of a criminal defense attorney if they thought something shady happened, like some type of crime was committed? Why didn't they just hire a criminal defense attorney? Why did they call Ben Crump? And why did Brandon Tatum, Officer Tatum, why did he have to go all the way to Mississippi to Horn Island and interview Nolan's friends to find out what actually happened?
He ain't have to do a motherfucking thing. He did that because that's what he wanted to do. He did that for a bag. She make it seem like he voluntarily went out there just to figure out what happened to Nolan.
When Ben Crump's team didn't even do that. Meanwhile, they offered, between Ben Crump and Al Sharpton, they offered a $100,000 reward for anyone who knows anything. Well, no one's come forward because no one knows anything, because we all know the same thing. It was an accidental drowning, and both autopsies said that. And if Ben Crump was so invested in finding out what happened to Nolan Wells, why didn't Ben Crump interview his friends? Why, when Nolan Wells' friends reached out to Ben Crump, were none of their calls answered or returned?
Hold
And
on.
why?
You know what's crazy? Let me do this real quick because this is blowing my mind. It just came to me and I need to share this with y'all. We still don't know if OJ did it. They ain't got no proof. But there's people out there that say, without a shadow of a doubt, OJ did it. He killed Anna Nicole Simpson. And she gone. Rest in peace. Even though the blood was on them, the glove didn't fit, so they must have quit. And why the fuck they got a glove from Big Lots or Burlington somewhere? That ain't even a glove at the murder scene. Theatrics. A lot of people say this was a scene out of a movie, something they done played together while whatever's happening behind the scenes. But the point I'm trying to make is these trials, these major cases, people don't know what happened for real. And you figure if there's a murder, they got the technology and things to solve a murder, especially now more than ever. And back then, they can catch you doing some shit you ain't got no business doing. You think you slick, you done stole a bag of Doritos out the store. The police waiting for you when you get home. In the 70s. But they couldn't get to the bottom of this case. Still ain't get to the bottom of it. Everybody got their own personal opinion. So if you can kill somebody, allegedly, and have a high profile case, I feel like the bigger the case is, less likely it's going to get solved. When the public involved and all the opinions are in there, it's going to be hard as hell to solve the case. So a lot of people don't like Jason Whitlock and his take on this, but he made some key points. He said everybody else that went ahead and did a documentary or got to the bottom of a situation like this, it took years. It took decades. They had to do things behind the scenes. They wasn't trying to make a scene, because the more of a scene you make, it's going to turn into fandom. It's going to be novels, documentaries, T-shirts, stickers. You don't want to make a craze out of this type of stuff. But you figure it's not like Nolan's parents go through this stuff all the time. This is the first time dealing with something like this. But if these rumors are true, they definitely dropped the ball. Listen.
The petition to become administrative ex of Nolan's estate lists exactly one asset, claims for damages resulting from the circumstances surrounding his death. No suspect name, no lawsuit sound. That is not a true crime case in progress, even a flawed one. That is a pitch deck with a filing number stapled to it. A show doesn't renew itself around a fact everybody already agrees on. It renews around a mystery that can be stretched one reveal at a time. The way Paradise Lost kept finding a new man to accuse every time the last theory stopped generating.
Oh, that's cold-blooded, man. That's sick. Hold on, that's how they do it? Just to keep the string going? Be an episode on Bart, an episode on Katie, an episode on the other boy, an episode on Officer Tatum, episode on Ben Crump, episode on Horn Island. Started off with the episode about where they at in Mississippi, how Nolan was raised, how his mother had to struggle. Nolan real daddy, his stepdad. They could do this they could make a couple of seasons out of this. This ain't gotta be a one and done deal. So that's how they doing it. And allegedly, Nolan mama about to cash in. Lord have mercy. I swear I don't want to believe it. Got more Nolan coming up. I hope y'all hungry for this information, cause it's coming soon. 2 decades later, Reddit is still losing it over a documentary so sickening They can't even watch it twice. So once you see that documentary one time, that's all you need to see, because that's how gut-wrenching it is, what they did on that boat. They got the audio, them screaming, "Get up! Nolan, what the, no, Nolan!" They chopped that up. Now it's about to be in the documentary. Oh man, they done chopped and screwed the tape. Had the lady on Nancy Grace mixing this shit. That ain't nothing but material for a documentary, y'all. And y'all fat ass gonna be sitting right there in front of that TV, rocking back and forth, eating ice cream, diabetes acting up, feeling like you got sandbags in your feet, while his mama laughing all the way to the bank, while her husband not saying nothing. He too scared to ask for $1. Oh man. I would love to know what y'all think about all this, because I can't even, man, I'm stuck. Whew. It got me pissed off. Now, there's some new news. Y'all got to listen at this.
WAPT's Ross Adams is joining us live from the Mississippi Board of Nursing in Ridgeland. Ross, what have you learned tonight?
Well, here at the board, administrators say they can't even confirm whether an actual complaint has been filed against Ms. Wansley. Her attorney says this is all about intimidation.
It's heartbreaking and it's concerning.
Nolan Wells' mother, Christine Wells Wansley, is under scrutiny. Family attorney Benjamin Crump said Wednesday the Mississippi Board of Nursing has opened a professional misconduct investigation on Wansley based on a complaint filed by an anonymous person. Crump says that complaint is a, quote, warning shot at a grieving mother meant to pressure and scare her into staying silent. It's a distraction, it's intimidation, and we will not let it stand.
There's been questions about our parenting.
Wansley recently spoke about the harassment.
Yeah, been questions about y'all parents. I'm glad she brought that up, man. It definitely been some questions. People want to know what's going on. Don't be acting like super mom. When this situation first happened, people was wondering why the hell his parents let him go out there with them. Where was his mama? Where was his daddy at? He wasn't grown to be out there drinking on some boat, and he the only brother around there. The main question was, who raised them? Don't act like it wasn't. When you first heard the news, that's the first thing that popped up in your head. Before you even knew who his mama was. Before they even put a face to it. You was wondering, well, what the hell wrong with her? Couldn't been my child. That's what y'all was saying. Y'all so forgetful. Y'all know Tyler Perry gonna put it down. He might even dress up as Nolan Mama and bust out crying at the dock. Throw his hands up in the air. All you see is them breasts flopping. It's gonna get 1 million streams. I just don't know what to do about this woman. The S-curl got people wondering if it's a wig, a man unit. They don't know what the hell going on here, man. Are they crisis actors? I don't know. Listen to her, y'all.
Harassment her family has faced since calling for justice after her 18-year-old son was found dead on Horn Island 2 days after he went missing on 4th of July.
I've been called a racist. I am a healthcare provider, and I take my job very seriously.
When we went to the Board of Nursing at this office building in Ridgeland to find out more about the complaint, the executive director and board legal counsel told us they can't even confirm whether they've received a complaint. According to its website, once the nursing board investigates a complaint and it's deemed valid, they could issue a reprimand, fine, suspension, or completely revoke a nurse's license. And family attorney Crump says Ms. Wansley lost part of her identity the day Nolan died, and he says someone is now trying to steal another part of it. He says the cruelty exemplified by this, quote, anonymous complaint knows no bounds. For now,
hey, she gotta do what she gotta do. They talking about taking her license. She gotta make a living. She can't do nursing. What she gonna do? Oh man, I guess they might as well put out that documentary. She gotta do what she gotta do. Lost her son. They talking about taking her job. Something gotta give. Let her go on do the documentary. I'll watch it. Not that I really want to, but I'll do it to support the lady if that's what she gonna do. Damn, man. They trying to play with her money. Hopefully she do get rich. Hopefully she make $1 billion. Go ahead, Nolan mama. We cheering for you. However you gotta do it, man. She got bills. She got kids. Hell, do the documentary. Put out the soundtrack on them. Do a little R&B on it. I'm Missing You remix. Do something. She got to. She got my support. I ain't got nothing bad to say about Nolan mama. Rest in peace to her son. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section, man. Got so much love for y'all. Reggie, cut it off, man. Cut it off.